Isn't it about time we gave Percy Jackson a second chance? Hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net, and welcome to my channel. And we have got some good news for Percy Jackson fans. You know how they made two Percy Jackson movies that were actually not too bad? I think the first one was a little better than the second one, but you know, Percy Jackson was supposed to be a big series for Fox. It was basically the time when Harry Potter came out, well, Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, let's be fair. And both series were just kicking butt. But of course, Harry Potter created the cultural zeitgeist that movie studios want from young fans. And they wanted to make Percy Jackson into a series. So they made the first movie, which was ironically directed by Chris Columbus, who also directed Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And it did very well. And so they made a second one. And then nothing happened after that. The second one, despite having a 3D premium upcharge for many of the screenings, just didn't connect with people. I don't entirely know why. Well, actually, I kind of know why. It wasn't very good, in my opinion. Sorry to say, folks. But it wasn't terrible. I mean, it certainly wasn't Aragon. Aragon was like a dead-on-arrival type movie. But even though I didn't care that much for the second movie, it was decent enough where it's like I could see this still being a thing if they work on the third movie, but you know, money talks, and so it never got made. And now Percy Jackson's being given a second shot, and that's what we're going to talk about. However, before we do, if you have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to our channel. iCritic, we're trying to reach 5,000 subscribers. We talk about animation, movies, movie pass, all that jazz. And yeah, so let's talk about Percy Jackson. So here's what the article from Deadline reads. Percy Jackson is officially coming to television. Disney Plus has handed a series order to Percy Jackson and the Olympians. It comes from Rick Riordan, who wrote the original book series, which has more than 180 million copies, and John Steinberg, the co-creator of FX on Hulu's upcoming series, The Old Man. The pair will write the pilot with James Bobbin, director of the mysterious Benedict Society, directing. The trio will also executive produce. Production is set to start this summer with casting currently underway. So more details include Steinberg will oversee the series with his producing partner Dan Schatz. Steinberg and Schatz serve as executive producers alongside Bobbin, Rick Riordan, Rebecca Riordan, Bert Salk, the former Touchstone Television president who was originally put the project into development, Monica Owusu-Breen, I probably butchered that name, Owusu-Breen? I'm going to say it's Owusu-Breen. If I'm wrong, correct me. Feel free to. Jim Rowe and Gotham Group's Ellen Goldsmith-Vine, Jeremy Bell, DJ Goldberg. So, it will be produced by 20th Century Television, which I guess it's nice that Disney hasn't actually shuttered that yet. The series order was announced by Riordan on social media. You can see the view below. Percy Jackson and the Olympians tells the fantastical story of a 12-year-old modern demigod, Percy Jackson, who's just come to terms with his newfound supernatural powers when the sky god Zeus accuses him of stealing his master lightning bolt. Now Percy must trek across America to find it and restore it to Olympus. It was previously adapted as a film, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief in 2010, followed by Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters in 2013. Io Davis, president of Disney Branded Television, said, with Rick Riordan, John Steinberg, and Dan Schatz leading our creative team, we're deep into creating a compelling TV series worthy of the heroic mythological characters that millions of Percy Jackson readers know are well worth caring about, and we're eager to invite Disney Plus audiences into stories that are true to the blockbuster franchise and full of anticipation, humor, surprise, and mystery. 20th Century Television, Carrie Burke added, bringing Rick Riordan's brilliant Percy Jackson books to Disney Plus as a television series has been a mission for us for the company. I just lost my place for some reason, there it is, as well as for Rick himself and John, Dan, James, and the excellent team they have assembled have proven to be the perfect collaborators. Thanks to our friends at Disney Branded Television, led by Iom, and Disney Streaming, led by Michael, this will be an adaptation for the ages with all the excitement, action, and mythology fans of the books expect to see. And here's the announcement, which we're not going to watch. So my thoughts about this. Okay, look, here's the thing. I'm going to be honest, I have never read all the Percy Jackson books. I did read a fair amount of adult fiction when I was young, and Harry Potter definitely got me started. But I'm going to be honest, Percy Jackson always played second fiddle to Harry Potter. And then I think at the same time I also started reading his Dark Materials, the Philip Pullman books. And so Percy Jackson kind of fell by the wayside. I did see the 2 movies, and I always wondered what the third one would be like. Now it looks like it's being turned into a TV series, and, maybe this is for the best. I mean, Disney Plus is looking for new television series that are not Star Wars and Marvel based. And Disney's kind of got like that weird little situation going where they want to be pretty much family friendly. I mean, unless you're Star Wars or Marvel, then you can get away with some PG-13 material there. But Disney's trying to do these series that are family friendly, but they might branch outside the nerd culture. Kind of. For some reason, they did decide to reboot Turner and Hooch. I don't know why they thought that was going to be a big success. It wasn't. They did do The Diary of a Future President, which is a show I actually liked, but I knew that show was toast when they dumped the entire second season all at once. Like, Disney prides itself in showing 1 episode a week to build momentum. And I guess season 1 did good enough for that show to get a second season, but then season 2 got dumped at once, and I think people just promptly forgot about it, and then it was canceled. I don't know where the Mighty Ducks spinoff is right now. It did have season 1, and I watched a few episodes. Didn't like it, I'm gonna be honest. And now I don't know where the second season goes now that Emilio Estevez basically got fired from the show. I mean, he denies it. He says there was like a mutual parting, but basically he didn't want to, get his shots, and Disney basically let him go. So that's what happened there. All these projects were interesting ones. I don't know why they made some of them. I could see where they were going with it, though. Like, they wanted to make some, stuff that could go outside the nerd culture. Interestingly, one of the shows that might have actually been able to do this was the Lizzie McGuire reboot, which I do not like Lizzie McGuire, but that show had enough fans that I think they could have made it succeed, but then there were contract disputes on that one, basically regarding the content and whether or not it should be PG or PG-13. All the stuff that corporate likes to needlessly complicate. But Percy Jackson definitely seems like a good idea. It is a visual show, at least it's going to be a visual show. It appeals to people outside of nerd culture. I know everyday people who have read Percy Jackson books. And you've got potentially several seasons worth of content right here. And this could be just the start of something new. Now, I don't think it's going to be able to dethrone the Amazon Lord of the Rings series. I think this is another reason Disney's going after this, because Amazon's doing Lord of the Rings. And Disney wants to have their answer to that. Amazon has Lord of the Rings, HBO Max has Harry Potter, and there will be Harry Potter HBO Max series, mark my word. Warner Media is not going to not use the Harry Potter franchise to sell HBO Max subscriptions. So then what does Disney have? Well, they have Percy Jackson now. Now, of course, some people at this point might be saying, well, if Disney really wanted to give something another chance, why don't they do the Chronicles of Narnia again? And the reason they're not going to do that is because they don't have the rights to those books anymore. I believe Netflix is making a TV series for the Chronicles of Narnia. I think they bought it from the C.S. Lewis estate. And basically it means we're not going to get past the Voyage of the Dawn Treader again. Like, we're going to do The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. They'll do Prince Caspian. They'll do a season for the Voyage of the Dawn Treader. And we may get lucky and get the Silver Chair. But we're not getting the Horse and His Boy, which I'm fine with. We're not getting The Last Battle. Heck, who knows? Maybe I'm even overly optimistic. Maybe we'll just get the line Original Wardrobe, because that seems to be the only name that Narnia can sell outside of the books. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I guess we're going to wrap this up. There really wasn't that much to talk about here. But yeah, Percy Jackson getting a second chance at life on Disney+. And I'm hoping that it succeeds this time, and that it's good, and that maybe Disney can start investing into book series that aren't necessarily based on space or spandex. So, anyway, we're gonna leave that right there. I would like to know, what do you all think about this? Are you excited about Percy Jackson? Are you going to be tuning into this? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, playing responsibly. Have a good one.